You're going to want to find a place on your spreadsheet to tally your results. For this year, I created a new sheet tab, which you can do by clicking this plus sign over here. And I'm going to call this one, I right-clicked, hit rename, and call this one test tally. And then I went ahead and I made column headers, and I put the Queen candidates, and then Queen count. And then the Queen candidate, this is where you're going to want to put 1 through like 300. And so typically I'll get started with this 1 through 10 so that the spreadsheet can recognize that that's what I'm doing, is creating a list of numbers, and then click and drag that all the way down to 300. And then in the Queen count column is where you are going to put your formula. And the formula is equals count if, and you can select it from this box, and then it will give you some cues. So the range is, where am I going to find my numbers? What's the range? And so my numbers are located over here on form responses. And so for Queen results, I need to scroll to the top of my page and grab from G2 all the way down to, I believe it's about G200. And if you grab extras, if I went all the way down to G500, that would be okay. It would be absolutely fine. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go down to actually K200. So from the start to the finish. And notice up there in the corner in the orange text that it is, as I highlighted it, it's putting that range in my formula for me. So then I'm going to let go, and I'm going to type the comma sign. So up there's the comma, and I'm going to go back to my test tally sheet tab, and now I'm going to choose A2 where that Queen candidate is. That is what I want it to count, and so that's the criteria that it's looking for. I'm going to close my parentheses and hit enter. Now in order to copy this down, I have to make some changes to my formula, and I'm going to put a $sign in front of the G, and I'm going to put a $sign in front of the 2, and I'll move my cursor over in front of the K and in front of the 200. I'm going to leave A2 as is and hit enter on my keyboard. Now I can drag that formula all the way down, and anywhere I click it still says G2 to K200, and that's what you want to check and make sure. And then you want to make sure that this criteria is changing. So A22 is in this column. That's exactly what I want it to count. Next thing I want to do is I now want to sort. So I'm going to highlight my range that I want to sort, and then click on Data, Sort Range. My data does have a header row, and header row is at Queen candidates and Queen count. I want Queen count, and then I'm going to sort it Z to A because we go from high to low. And click Sort, and now I know that candidate 8 received the highest number of votes.